Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Home, a unique horror indie game experience by Benjamin Rivers. I think that's what the title card said, anyway. Um, Mailbox. Let's see if I can actually find the right house. Is that blood smeared on the wall? I'd entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me even through the bones. I was expectant, but also afraid. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step back. I didn't read what the house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door, but the power was off. I remember having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? How long has it been? Can't have been long. Everything wasn't too old when I looked at it. The door to the basement, it was locked. Where had I put the damned key? Any more on this floor? There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had it been since I was away? How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there. Did I open it? I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about canceling my credit card due to a non-payment. What the hell? How long has this guy been out? The front door was locked from inside. I couldn't go out, though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. Yeah, I feel like she's gonna be here, bud. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. I had found the last missing piece from my wallet. The old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminding me of better times. Didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it anyway? I replaced the photo in my wallet, feeling like I had got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? I feel like you didn't. I feel like somebody went through all your stuff and just threw it on the way, like taking you somewhere. Our television, I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. Felt pretty guilty about it afterwards, but by then it was too late. Stuff? It's weird. It's already headed this way. The books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I look more closely, it looked like the man in that house and had some of the same books that I did. There was a suitcase on the bed. It was Rachel's. I remembered it from the trip we took out west. Did I open the suitcase? Yeah. I wasn't sure what to make of the suitcase's contents. Inside there were a few days' worth of clothes, some toiletries, and a train ticket. I checked the date and time and matched the receipt I found back in those horrible sewers. What was this? Rachel, who were you running away with? Our hallway mirror had been smashed, its pieces scattered around the floor. Our sink, which needed to be replaced. One of the taps always sucked, but I hadn't gotten around to fixing it yet. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. Oh, that'd be nice. Those huge-ass things. The ones like, wasn't it like Henry Ford, like, had to get a huge-ass one because he was so fat? I don't know. My laptop had been left on and only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key in the top drawer of my desk. Did I take it? Yes. I pocketed the key. Well, I guess we're going down to that door. Was it to this one? Huh. I unlocked the basement door. There were old Christmas decorations in the box. Garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key there. Did I take the key? Yes, you do. I took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked. There were old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. I had put this divider wall last summer so we could create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished it yet, so the door was stuck and the drywall was poorly installed. I might have been able to break through if I found something heavy enough. I couldn't even remember last Christmas. Oh. Too much junk. Poor guy. Well, one room left. The grimy key I had found in the basement unlocked the door. Looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here? Oh. There was an old crowbar on the floor. Did I take the crowbar? Yes, you do. I lifted the heavy crowbar. I appreciated its weight. Crowbar. It's leading me somewhere. Oh. Yeah, down in the basement. Did I break through the wall with a crowbar? Yes, you do. With a heave, I swung the crowbar at the wall, smashed a hole large enough to step through. As I stepped through the broken wall, my breath caught in my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down here? Was she okay? Don't look. What is that? Don't look. A filthy looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful and made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile to see what lay beneath. And I knew what I had to do. I had come this far. After all this searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? No. Rags are wet, matted, and covered in dirt and grime, but inside that tattered mess was no sign of my beloved wife. Rachel wasn't there. I looked around in confusion, trying to figure out what to do next. If she wasn't there, where was she? What had I been searching for this entire time? I remembered the look on Rachel's face when I came home, didn't I? Then the awful realization had hit me right in the gut. I'd been looking at this the wrong way, hadn't I? This is what you've been trying to tell me all along, isn't it? I couldn't find Rachel there, and I won't find her anywhere else because she was never there at all, was she? I stumbled back upstairs, the pain in my leg just a dull ache now, and sat down in my bedroom. My mind was spinning, and the ache I felt before was near crippling. Finally, I could no longer fight the exhaustion, and as I tried to grab hold of something that would make sense of all this, I must have drifted off. I guess those books were all actually mine then. It was my wallet with its contents intact. Either I dropped that stuff, somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe somebody stole it from me. Norman's store, that first, the water tower. Was I at those places before? Yes, you were. I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents, but what does that mean? Do you want to take it? There. That was it. Oh, okay. You don't want to take it with you, then? There's a photo of the other man and his wife that I found in that house. Were those really his wife's remains in those tunnels? Sure, it certainly seems so. What did I think? Did the other man murder his wife and bury her in those tunnels? No. I couldn't be sure. He could have been another victim. After all, he was dead when I woke up. The shards of the broken mirror, I could still see my face, gaunt now, hollow and sickly and immensely troubled. What other illusions had I dreamed up? What other truths were waiting to be exposed? What other stuff could I interact with? In the dirty, faded glass, I looked like nothing more than a faint shadow. I used to tell myself that Rachel was the one who would keep the tub. Damn. So Rachel never existed at all. Huh. Sorry, I got a text. It was a key card I found at the bottom of that factory locker. Never did bother to use it. I didn't mean to. Ugh. Somebody had been going through those lockers and poking through the plant. Still, it didn't quite add up. Was I the one who had been going back to the factory? I don't... Probably, yeah. It looked that way, didn't it? The locker room, I'd given up drinking, but... The laptop had finally run out of power. My old office safe sat on the floor. I used to keep tax records and other important documents in it. Used a digital passcode lock, but I didn't have the code. Maybe I left it somewhere. It was a letter. I had taken from the post box. It had gotten a bit wet in the rain. Somebody had obviously had it out for Norman, but who? Oh no, Norman. Oh no, Norman. If I was wrong about Rachel, then what about him? Did I kill him? I don't know. It doesn't really add up. It was like a blunt object that was beat in his face. I don't think you killed him. I don't think so. I clearly wasn't seeing things correctly, but no, I could never do something like that. The note wasn't for me. I had that old TV for so long. I don't even know if I could ever replace it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still sick. I'm a tad bit stuffy. Seemed like I had seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. Maybe there wouldn't be anything for me to find, but I had to take one last look. If I wanted to end it, I could do it. I could do it with that gun. Did I pick it up again? No. Just the thought made my head spin. No, I wanted to look at this stuff. If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. No. No. The wall was cracked and pitted. I was told by an inspector that the basement had been partially filled in before I bought the house, but by the look of the wall, I was going to need to fix the foundation. There's still musty and old down there. No, you don't need to end your life. Things aren't that desperate. The pile of mail on the floor I now saw was addressed to me. Bills, credit card offers, a letter from the bank, they were all addressed to me. This was it. With Rachel gone, I couldn't stand to be in that house a moment longer. Did I leave and say goodbye to that nightmare forever? Yes. Move on, dude. Since I'd arrived in town, things had been difficult. Working in that plant, though, had been good for me. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. Drinking was probably a way to deal with that. It was almost as if I was trying to beat my brain at its own game. Things stopped making sense some time after that, and my memories of what happened were still in a flux. I suppose that was when Rachel came along. This night had been the worst of my entire life. Would it even be possible to bounce back from everything that had happened? Everything I'd seen? You know, in a way, I almost wish I hadn't even woken up tonight. It would have spared me a lot of pain. What had happened to the other man I found in that old house? Had I killed him? Is that why I was locked in that room? Or did you? After making out of those tunnels, I thought those sewers might feel safer. I was wrong. The security tape had watched someone being attacked by what looked like two people, but who was it that was attacked? And what had I been doing at Norman's place, or even in that old forest? Didn't look good, that's for sure. Had I been responsible for what happened there? What did you think? Was I guilty, or was I just mad? The forest especially was a difficult maze, and I would rest easier if I never saw it like it again. So it was probably obvious to us both now that I was the one going through those lockers and making a mess of the old factory. But what the hell was I doing there? I supposed it could have been just another episode, but I didn't understand. Was it really me drinking in that boarded up room? What did I become? What more is there that you're not telling me? I had to catch my breath to take it all in. At each point until the factory, things had only gotten worse. But then going to Norman's store, that's where the confusion and doubt started to set in. That's when my perspective on all this really started to change. Oh, Norman, I don't know how you got mixed up in all this, but someone had killed you. My head was a mess. Everything ached. Sorry, I'll pause the timer so it doesn't go off. Everything ached and was foggy, so I don't know if you deserved what you got in the end. We were friends once, weren't we? Did you know about all this? Did you know what Rachel was? But as painful as all of this was, oh no, I couldn't bear to think about it again. After all I had seen and done, finally coming home was supposed to be the end of this entire ordeal. I had no idea, though, that it was only the beginning. The silence in the house when I first stepped through the kitchen door, that should have been my first clue. To think I went through all of that, completely unaware of what I would discover. Did you know before the end? Did you mock me when you finally showed me the truth? You don't know what it's like to have everything ripped away from you in a heartbeat. How could I possibly go on now knowing what I do? Without Rachel, even the thought of Rachel, I was truly lost. As the door swung open, I could smell the damp grass and closeness of the air. After everything, it felt like I had more questions than answers. You made me see the truth, I'll give you that, but now I was completely lost. You took away the only thing that had kept me going. I was sure word would get out, but soon enough the police would come looking for me. What then? Would you be there to show me the way? What will I do then? Wow. Very nice game. Very, very nice game. I didn't want to end his life. I just feel like that's kind of weird. Excuse me. I don't think he was responsible for those murders. I think something else happened there. But yeah, it was a very, very nice game. Alex, son of a snake. Home is dedicated to my wife Nancy. Watch your back. Okay. Very nice game. Very, very nice game. Simple game too. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Got a symbol for his company. Okay, and I'm guessing it'll go to the main screen now? Yes, it is. Continue? What would I be continuing? Huh. Anyway, alright. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I might play more games like this. This was a very fun game. I don't know what I was going to say. Huh. I really like these like sort of insights into the mind kind of games. Whole past tense thing was really cool, and it gave me a chance to test out my narrating skills. I don't know. If you guys like that, I'll try to find some more wordy games so that you can listen to my voice do some more stuff. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will leave annotations as I did in the past videos up in the top left and top right of the screen. Top left is going to be the link to Batman Arkham Knight, and then the top right will be a link to The Escapists. Both are very fun playthroughs. I had a lot of fun with The Escapists. I definitely recommend all three of these games, The Escapists, Home, and Batman Arkham Knight. Batman Arkham Knight's especially cheap now, and it's a pretty big game, so I would recommend it. There's a lot for you to do. I'll see what I'm going to do in the future. And until then, I will see you in the next episode. See ya!